Здравствуйте, дорогие подписчики моего канала Уютная лавочка ветерана. Сегодня мы добрались до прекраснейшей игры от Telltale под названием The Game of Thrones, всем известная Игра Престолов. И сегодня я начну играть в первый эпизод, пройду я эпизод весь, поэтому берите чаек и наслаждайтесь прохождением. Так, вот он у нас, наш добрый старый Тирион. Ненавидел этого карликовского ублюдка. Ой, простите. Еще. Все, Тирион. О. Блять, ну заебись. О, все, погнали. О, по колесике. Шестереночки. This game series adapts to the choice you make. The story is told by how you play. Кто не знает, это ваш выбор, там, ваш выбор влияет на все. For thousands of years, House Forrester have been loyal band to House Stark. If the darkness reached the wolf zone, and they harvested rare ironwood trees. Now the North has been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forresterhood of themselves. And the fate of House Forrester's hand in the balance. Типа там, Форестер крутой дом. Хераун. Это, я так понимаю, наш дом Форестеров. Это красавчик. Да, в The Walking Dead граф он попизже будет. Хуя они громко поют. Ой, лошадочка. Хуя у него акцент, блядь.
You'd think he done it himself the way he tells it.
Крутой чувак.
Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Опа.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
А, мы мечки у них чистим, ну понятно. Я думаю, там какой-то сынок будем богатенький. Он просто обычный, блядь, слуга. Он на Джейми чем-то похож, Ланнистер.
I say that as a friend.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
Конечно, займет Iron Throne.
Hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent.
Shh. Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer. Aye. Well,
Джейми поймали. Кто смотрел, тут поймет, я тонкая МХК.
See? What do I tell you?
Brought him to his knees.
Батя.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. Which grows more far-fetched
Что он,
every
блядь,
time he tells it.
побирается-то?
Get your liege lord some wine.
Go on. Right.
Спасибо.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Бун.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it.
Гаррет, значит. Мяу.
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. And House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battle.
Чё не про Джейми-то пиздят постоянно? Блять.
Let you go. Tonight we celebrate.
Красивый, кстати, знаю, дом Форестеров.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north. The king in
Они старковцы. Ну, все понятно, что такие пидорасы.
And House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the young wolf's army.
О, блядь, Пушкин сзади.
Gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock! Death to the Lannister!
The
North remembers!
Как будто твое слово кому-то важно, уёбок. Гаррет, шли, блядь. Он типа оруженосец, лакей.
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of...
Надо бы мне субтайтл включить, извиняюсь. Сейчас. Если они тут есть, конечно. Геймплей. Ой, блядь.
their cooks.
Сука, ебучая менюшка. Опа. Все. Извиняюсь. Продолжаем.
I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
Мой лорд.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever.
Сквайр.
How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I...
Ой, деньги. I want to fight. Все, пиздится.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire.
К нему выразительно
You've
ебали.
erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
I'm no longer a squire.
So I'm no longer a squire.
As of tomorrow, no. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. And I wouldn't want the other squires to feel
Повысили
discouraged.
пацана.
Yes, my lord.
Now go and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
О, ща ходить бы, наконец-то. Да блин. Ну дай походить, сука.
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Винца.
Give me a hand. Come on. Can I get up to you?
Yeah, no problem.
Я буду добреньким.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So,
I outrank you. You should help me. Fetch more wine. Scrub my armor. Clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you...
Он жалуется.
Let him
Мудак.
fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, liar,
Вот,
and
просто
an
делал свою
arrogant
работу. У
it's
каждого
your
тут своя
job
жизнь.
to do the work and stop complaining.
prick. You try squiring for Norin and see how much you like it.
See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations.
If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shoveling slop,
Ой,
maybe I'd
злится.
think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms.
Не, ну они могли поработать, конечно, на
Suppose
Максу
it's
все
pig farming.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Кто не любит бекон.
Ah, pig farmers.
All
Смешно.
I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life.
Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
I'm sick of
Хватит-
listening to your
хватит
whine.
мечтать,
With that
всё.
attitude, you'll never be more than this.
Easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
That's right over there.
Понятно, мы, короче... переправа Фреев. А мы прислуживаем, значит, этим... Старком. Ну, понятно. Как обычно,
Take your
блядь.
time.
Ой, красавчик.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing, Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Ой. Плохой чувак.
Phrase.
Ёбаный Фрей.
Nice night for a wedding.
Блять, красная свадьба-то точно. Я что-то не обратил внимания на
Often
экране.
he finds a willing husband for one of
Ой,
these
ой, сейчас. Ой, короче, кто смотрел, тот поймет, не буду говорить.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett.
Сэр Гаррет.
What? What's wrong?
Что он приуныл мальца.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back.
Ой, предчувствие.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
Ой.
And take the fucking flagon already.
Бля, я искренне надеюсь, что несмотря на то, что тут впилили Форестеров,
with him?
тут будет по сюжету.
Something the matter?
Интересно смотреть в исполнении Telltale.
Go if you're in such a rush.
Блять, страж подбежал. Сейф Боуэн. Блять, Вортл Форестер. Мне Форестер важнее. Блять. Чё-то пацан пал как-то. Блять, ну сори, пацан, надо лорда предупредить, он крутой. Мне понравилось. Он на графа Дуку из Star Wars похож. Ой, блять, резня уже начала. Хопа, хопа. Ловкость. Так, он просто... Понятно. Ой, блять. Не заметил. Хуя у вас драки напряженные, пацаны. Опа. За короля, блядь. Что это? Понятно. Ну, они тут системку ввели. Ой, фартануло пацану. Нет. Только нет красавец с бородой. Давай, ран, Вася. Пушкин, нет! Нет! Только не Пушкин! Нет! Опа! Сука, пиздец. Вау, блядь. О, Пушкин, красавчик. На дуэль ты еще так его отпиздил, вообще бы ништяк был. О, полуокер. Давай, ползи, пацан, ты можешь. Оп. Ой, душит. Давай, борись, братан. О, бля! Святая тройка. Хоп. Все. Изи. Опять пинаем. И лошадка ебальник перейдет. Все. Родрик. Ой, кольнули Родрика. Бля. Родрика лучше. Так. Опа! А вот и наш братон. Хуя у него ебальник. Бэм. Родрик сдох. Все, he's gone нахуй.
He's gone, my lord. There was nothing I could do.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you?
Блин, да сдох ты, Сквайр, тоже. Прости.
I had to leave him. I had no other choice.
Сори, братан. Да не злись-то, бородач. Ой, пацаны подошли. У них у всех либальники одинаковые. Чё ЛТ так обленились-то, блядь? Зарабатывали там больше года. Я недоволен лично, чтобы вы знали. Так, он просто вырвал его. Ему насрать. Он бог. Хотя, в принципе, с мультяшной графикой даже прикольно выглядит, но могли бы реально лица прорисовать. Все, он ничего не сможет. Да ладно, блядь. 7 богов, блядь. 7-й пекло, он сказал. Да-да-да, 7-й пекло. Сейчас беру его меч и иду пиздиться. Имхо. Он не выживет, я угадал. Ох, берем Great Sword. Не, с тобой только мой господин. Нет, ну он такой красавчик, мне так понравился. Мартин и тут докопался. Хуесос бородат.
Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
It's those foresters.
Он сейчас их сзади... А, бля, я думал, какую-нибудь ножку вытащит, бля. Кого топорик. Хуя он. Охуенно. Прощай. Все, блядь, к предсказуемке иду. Хорошо начало, светлое. Оп-оп-оп, потрусил в лес. Достижение. Так, господи, шикарно. Да, я ждал этого момента. Интерактивный сериальчик. Ой, ой, ой. Это прекрасно. Не буду петь, наслаждайтесь. Бля, мне даже мурашки. Ой. Я понял, на что Telltale потратили всю свою прорисовку. Форстеры. О, да, вот это елочки. Даже скриншот сделаю. Господи. Извини меня, пожалуйста, за мои бурные эмоции. Просто это шикарно. Iron from Ice, эпизод 1. Я так понимаю, все Форестеры до последнего отпизжены, никто дома не остался, кроме каких-нибудь его зажратых мелких сыновей. Я уверен, что не окажутся говнюками. Мог бы и помыть меч от дерьма для приличия. Ой, свинка, на меня похоже. Хоп. Опа, наконец-то мы шагаем, блядь. А куда? Мы же оттуда шли, типа. Ладно, пойду дальше. Свинка? Да что ж ты приуныл-то? У тебя стой меч крутой. Опа, блад.
Blood.
Кто-то чехоткой заболел. Угу, давай, оближи еще. Свеженько. Мяуч. Хопа, вот и свинка. Дымочек. Блядь, да куда ты идешь, косорыл? Хопа, что там? Тележка упала. Ой, простите. Карета. Сейчас смотрим. Хера он скачет. Ой, что же здесь случилось? Ха, карет его батя. Лол. Ну карета, блядь. Повозка. Лорд Болтон. А, точно, Болтон уж предали Сарку. Нет, свинка! Я перережу вас всех, засранцы! Тебя в первую очередь, белобрысый! Уёбок! Бля, они старика собираются пиздануть. А, это еще... Это еще и мой батя. Бля, там меч надо было... Ой, я тупой. Предатели, дезертиры, Русь не слушаются. Ой, сосен. Спиздил.
Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself.
Будем борзыми ублюдками.
None of your fucking business.
Ой, какие мы дерзкие.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs.
Какая тут пизделка будет, интересно, интерактивная или какая же музыка? Сейчас кажется слэшер.
Off my land.
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new warden of the north.
Да пидорас он не warden of the north. Ща мы тебя отпидорим. Хопа! Че, не ожидал, мудак? Он этот меч еле держит, серьезно? Ёбать, там чахнет на заднем плане. А, они ему уже яйцо прострелили. Ну все, пиздец ему. Давай одной рукой. Fuck you. Дерзко.
Fuck.
Единственное, что я тут понимаю из этого. Так, дайте. Ебасосом. Бэм, блядь. Ой. Я не ожидал этого. Ну все. ВП. А, ты чужим оружием дерешься, пидорас. Ну понятно, что с тобой. А, он вообще взял ее. Опа. Вот с этим я лучше справлюсь. Я... Нет, топорик. Топорик, имховый топорик. Опа. Поебали. Пэу. Такая задержка была симпатичная. О, Лансхед сейчас его пикнет. Сраный немец. Хоп. Слава Украине. Героям слава. Ой, блядь. Нихуя у него реакция заторможена этого белобрысого. Ой, блядь. Что неприятное начало. Не думаю, что это нашего героя так быстро ранее будет. Ну, яйца, что ли, отрез собирается? Долбал Драко Малфой. Хоп. Прикольная драчка. Какой мерч, ты о чем вообще? Чё ты? Ты чё, охуешь, что ли, блядь? К матери отправляйся, нет у тебя фэмили никакой. За Форестеров. Джастис. Да отрежь ты ему, блядь, отрежь голову лошадь. Ну чё ты, блядь, как гора надо был кликан. Хоп-хоп, батя. А он что двинул кони. Весь дерьме в крови. Бедный дед. Бля, он на Шахиду похож. У него еще чубчик такой прикольный. Торговец. Ой, сестренку задушили. Тихо, минуту грусти. Я молчу. Приуныл чё-то. Меня на самом деле реально гложет. Что я бездушный хуесос.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Не, ну все в стиле Игры Престолов, что я и ожидал, собственно. Оп, красивый домик. Как скриншот, блядь. Еле идет, пацан. Мне даже FPS за такой красоте не просел. Опа, побежали. Все-таки остались. Пацаны тут дома.
Carrot!
I was too late. You were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly.
Ой, сейчас он маковым молочком напоит. Кто знает, тот поймет, как хатонка. Извините, я просто не могу.
Hill soldiers and a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what?
Печально.
My sister, she was only 8 years old.
Ой.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
Я еще на войне, как на войне.
Blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Фига красиво. Хоть что-то они пририсовали. Более-менее. Ой, прорисовали-то как. Telltale, молодцы. Понятно. Я оставлю это без комментариев.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick.
Да.
A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Вот это
Our
что
house will
сказать в
never
наши
fall.
времена.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead.
Молодого сынка оставил.
This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me,
Че,
will you?
раздавился, что ли? Эх, народная
I
медицина.
understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
It's for my uncle.
Get my uncle. I was told only to tell him.
Your uncle? I see. Must be rather important then. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight
Ой,
on that.
даже не знаю, что я секретки понял. А что он сказал-то, я не помню даже. Ладно, не суть. Потом узнаем. Сюжет.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Циркулируй, какой же умный мистер. Ой, давай. Поглядим на look at the lodger. Ну вот, не жалко лорда Форестера.
The Ironwood Grove.
Эх. Пойду пошугаюсь тогда. Щит.
An Ironwood shield.
Простите меня, просто в таких
The
играх
strongest wood in the known world.
манера все рассматривать. Что не обессудьте.
You seem to be favoring it.
О, он может
Always
быстрее
sad to see a
ходить.
warrior lose a
Отлично.
leg.
I'm fine. Maestro
Ой,
Tingley.
я должен посмотреть на это,
I'll show
извините.
you.
Вот на это я просто обязан посмотреть. Она классная, единственное, что не прорисовали нормально. Ну еще и рану. Ну и место само. Ну там издалека молится. Мира. Красотка.
Still in King's Landing, I suppose.
А,
Although,
понятно.
if they'll bring her
У этих форсов, как у Старков. А, короче, в King's Landing этот...
Asher,
Это чё?
exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Куда-то уехал в Эссос. Так, это чё?
Tyler
Это
and Ethan.
два маленьких...
I
Ну,
suppose
сестра и
Lord
брат.
Ethan now.
Карапуз.
Ryan,
Как Бран.
never easy being the fourth-born son.
Всех рассмотрим. О, это
Lord
помер.
Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Lady Forrester. She's always
Прекрасно.
been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
Бастард ебущий. О, Родрик тоже сдох
He was
под
our best
конем.
warrior by far.
Печально все это, когда такое происходит. Ну, Мартин, что делать?
I may be
Telltale.
mistaken.
Все они
You
умеют
do seem able
преподносить
to put weight on
грустное.
it.
Мяу, каминчик. И чё? Понятно, по лесу не умеет ходить другим. Понятно, тут он тоже ходить не может, надо с этим пиздеть. Давайте шоунем его с Уортом, он нас отберет. Не шуганулся там у нас?
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester.
Это теперь
By
мое.
right,
Ага.
that belongs to Lord Ethan now.
Нет, это мое.
That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
Это мое. Я не отдам. Нет, пошел нахер, дед. Пойду на свет. На белый.
No, you see there? You're limping
I'm
again.
fine, really.
Да-да-да, отвали от меня, мой меч. Да куда... Да, господи, мне обязательно с этим стариком толдычиться надо. Look at medical supplies. Bucket. Challenge.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
Yes.
Обед. Хопа. салфеточка. Прикарманил. Нормально. Вообще ничего не шугается, пацан. Мне нравится, тебе не нравится. И я тоже прикарманил. Доктор Мейстер. Теперь мы наберем ведро червяков. Все, давайте.
Did your leg feel weak?
На этого похож.
I just wanted to ask you.
Ладно, не умею сравнивать. Так что лучше помолчу.
Never mind.
Отлично, я подошел, чтобы сказать ему nevermind. Это мой выбор. Ну чё, куда, пацаны? Дайте мне пройти-то.
You do seem better than was to be expected. I believe your leg will be fine.
О, камину надо было.
Lady Forrester.
О, красотки вошли.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Да угадай, у него
Garrett,
роман с
I heard
этой
what
няшенькой.
Is it true? Your family...
Гаррет, ну ты чё?
Sorry.
Чё, Гаррет?
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
О, спадушки. А если и посплю?
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
До конца, пацаны.
I'm
Как на
sure Lady
Майдане.
Forrester would like to know.
He was a
hero,
hero.
my lady.
Superman of House Forest.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
Но на Сансу мальца
This has
похоже.
been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything
Еще
he
3
said?
солдера его последние.
Any last words before he passed?
The North Grove. Я не буду дать никому мой меч.
The North Grove. What of it?
He said, the North Grove must never be lost.
Типа, бля.
The North Grove. Interesting.
Давай вместе размышляем, а пока пойдем там чпокнемся с женой и с дочкой.
You have the Forester's sword.
Это мой
This
меч.
belongs with Ethan now.
Что ты его вытаскиваешь, сколько его не видели никто, блядь.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course.
Только не отбирай, он мой.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous.
Ой, серьезно
especially
пришли.
Now is the time to...
Стратеги.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Да ты куда его отдал-то? Ты...
Duncan,
Да
this was our land.
слабонервный.
They were our people.
Это мой
Your
меч.
family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend
Ой,
the knee.
Рамси, Рамси.
Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Бастард. Ой,
Garrett,
злится.
you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones who should be
Насрать.
demanding retribution.
Рамси снова...
Ramsay
О,
Snow's coming here.
всё.
He'll arrive within a week.
Ща мы
Those men
его...
will say they were keeping the
Спинаем.
peace in the name of House Bolton.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already.
They
You ask
deserve
too
today.
much of the boy.
They
Да.
deserve to die.
Все.
All of them. I say we fight.
Ha! Listen to your nephew. He speaks sense.
With what army? Our best men were killed at the Twins, along
Да
with
хватит
our
нам
lord.
армии,
then what's to be done?
чё ты кипишишь-то, а?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword.
Крапуз мелкий.
He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the
Вот
knee and swear
конфузная
fealty.
ситуация, как
But
карапуз у власти.
This, I'll accuse you of
Что с
murder,
Браном
and
было
us of protecting
там,
you.
The
деньков
boy
пару.
was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what
Опа!
he did.
I'd have done
Ой,
the
дерзко,
same,
дерзко,
as any
дерзко.
man would.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye, you'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
Да не убьет он нас, он
I'm
лох.
afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
Куда мне?
Where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's
Опа,
done
на
nothing
стену,
wrong.
Not
на
in the eyes of the
стену.
Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution, especially now.
Не-не, мое
when the
место,
house
мое
is
место
so
здесь.
vulnerable.
С псевдосемьей и мечом. Моим мечом, кстати.
Said we need men who can fight.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you.
Ничего?
This day would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand.
Это
Not
неправильно.
right.
Верните
No,
меч.
it's not. But it's what's best.
Дункан. Еще имена для бородатых получше придумать не можешь. Что Dragon Age, что тут. Кто знает, кто поймет, как тонко МДК.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Ну чё, пацаны? Мы же останемся, ну чё? Во-первых, у нас есть два дела. Самое важное — это вернуть меч. Мне поможете отыграть битву.
Word up to me.
Я хочу
I'd
Рамси
gladly
увидеть.
drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you want to stay. But Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests.
Да куда ты меня отправляешь? Верни мне меч.
Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war.
То, все пацаны тогда валят, если я. Похож прям на Винтерфелл,
I
мальца.
know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Northgrove must not
What
be
is it?
lost.
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Дайте угадаю, он запомнит это. Да, он А нет,
Sorry,
мы
you caught me by surprise.
дьюти заработали.
It's not often discussed.
Кисы, вот,
If ever.
вот, только тебе, братан. По
He
секрету.
said, tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists.
Дайте угадаю, он нас
It's just
потом
a myth
предаст и
made
всех
up by
убьет.
wildlings and
Всегда-то,
fools.
вот
It's
всегда-то.
better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Что, я тебе все сказал?
important,
Верни
Garrett.
меч.
I need to know the truth.
I told Lady
Я
Forrester. The Maester Ortega
парень,
overheard.
который говорит всегда
I
правду.
appreciate your honesty.
Даже если мне отрежут
Lord
ногу.
Forrester's message was not meant for their ears. I'll speak with Lady Forrester, and I'll deal with the Maester. He's the last person I would trust with this information.
Да,
Which is
Мейстер.
why, from this day forward,
Мистер
this
Говнюк, я
must be
знаю.
our secret.
Он мой меч забрал.
Soon, I may need your help, but I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Давай, Джейми. Ну, простите, аналог Джейми. Как там тебя? Гаррет, да? Да, Гаррет. Ну куда ты, Гаррет? Ну хоть, не знаю, там...
Iron from ice.
А, это девиз, типа, возьми...
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your
А,
actions at the wall
представлять
will
буду,
reflect the honor
Албистрон.
and
Хоть мне
dignity of the
топорик
house.
какой-нибудь дай, или мой меч.
I know you will.
Мудила бородатый. Че, ну чё так налегке еду? Ну хоть бы какую-то накидочку нацепил для приличия, ну серьезно. И на бомжа похоже, не на осла... О, не на посла. О, бородач выжил. Нормас.
Garrett, wait!
Опа, телочка. Подари... О, кулончик Форестеров. Дайте угадаю, в битве его просрет. Все.
Be safe.
Влюбилась маленькая наивная сучка. Не знаю, что ее еще ждет. Ну куда вы меня? Ну меч дать. Хопа. Третье достижение. Нормально, я расшинковался. Это что за бомжи? А, это эти дебилы. Дети Форестеров. Теперь за этого инвалида играю, что ли? Понятно, надо прятаться от них. Хорошее дело, играй в прятки в лесу. Может он задет... Да не. Очень хорошо, прям. Да господи, у него шнобель больше, чем этот пацан ростом. А сейчас заорёт. Зари.
I win. Congratulations, your lordship.
К нему все как говно относят. А, ну, кроме него, конечно.
It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
О, как Роб Старк, я понял. Сейчас мы с ним войну будем вести.
And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to
У них еще, короче, сестра есть, она в этом.
She's perfectly safe, I promise you.
В Королевской гавани.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said
любимый
he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Поддерживаем пацана.
You got hurt by those Whitehill men. No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well,
красавчик.
Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Молокосос.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all,
I
you
don't
were the
care
lord
what
of the
he
house
said.
now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ой, какие же мы умные, начитанные. Дети Форестера.
Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Хопа. Хера у тебя палка. Ха. Ну, конечно же, не больше моей. Ну, вы поняли, да? Ладно.
Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the...
Я хочу мальца паузу сделать и сказать, что я прошу прощения, что я играю без русификатора. Кому сложно понимать, ну, я не знаю, сори. Просто я... Ну, не было возможности его скачать, я сразу наобум начал играть, так что извиняйте. Надеюсь, смогу вас сам развлечь. Не только этим мультиком. Продолжаем.
I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
Да, надо.
I'd rather have my brother than a
Надо,
lord.
пацаны.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Да, не надо.
You have to understand.
Грубоватым.
Being lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Ну чё ты такая приунылая?
You're needed in the great hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
О, топаем, пацаны.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected.
Такой Whitehill.
He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
Нет.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord.
Надо.
We really must go.
Надо.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with
Все.
his family.
Сорян, пацаны, надо.
That's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Будем ответственными. Ну, давай, чеши, красавчик, шевелюрой. Это пошел, а? Ну, по-моему, в другой стороне был мальца. Ой, сейчас терки будут. Это эти петушки. Сейчас терки будут.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can
И
handle
все,
Lord.
справимся, пацаны.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is.
Какой лорд
He's got
Whitehill?
5
По-моему,
times his
покажите
men
мне его.
and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason
А,
to stand up
Болтон,
for
это
ourselves. Only
понятненько.
cowards and dead men roll over.
Ща резня начнет. А вот и жиробас Уайтхилл. Хрена у него причесон. Ай, блядь, гробовое молчание. Ой, какой он крутой.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
Мои соболезнования.
The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Ну
But
давай,
his
ладно,
family
для
still
приличия.
lost.
Хотя не зарезали нашу семью. Опа.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Опа. Угрозы.
I've been waiting for this day all my life.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Давай, как пацан видите.
You are that boy.
Не
Too
очкуй
young to
этого
know when you're in
шарабаса.
over your head. And no bread and salt. What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no
Блин, что-то напряженочка.
You bloody amateur. No courtesies.
My apologies. Please
Ой,
forgive
ой,
me.
не то сказал.
You? Not likely. You Foresters
Надо
have
как
shit
пацан
on us for
вести.
generations.
Не
Well,
очкуй.
now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the warden of the north.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing
Все,
control
все,
of this.
that's enough.
That's
Все.
enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so
Жаба.
fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
Что, пацана, что ли, будет бить, интересно? Хопана. А вот, Малфой приперся. Ну, здорово, еще давно не виделись.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said.
Дерьма.
When your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that?
Пострижен под монаха.
No reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We
Опа.
lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Ой, знаешь что? Каждый человек на вес золота. Жирный ты ублюдок.
What have you done with him?
We haven't seen him.
Опа.
He was never here.
You little liar. I will find him. By the gods, you better hope I do, because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done.
Давай, давай, носатый чё?
Until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Русе Болтон.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Хопа. Здорово.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
Чё это она его
no
так
disrespect to you, my lady,
приструнила?
considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, Then I trust you can find the door.
Сейчас разозлится и всех убьет.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
В конце так запнули этого жиробаса. Нормальная встреча. Мне нравится этот пацан, как сейчас с него играть. Опа. Еще одно достижение словили.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Опа, встречи, сейчас пошлем письмецо. А там в Королевской гавани с Тирионом развлекается. Инфа сотка просто, сейчас увидим. Хопа, вот Королевская гавань.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Я надеюсь, что Джоффри не будет. Если будет, пусть он ее побьет хорошенечко. Глянем. Что у нас тут? Хупана монетка. А, не, это письмецо, походу, или монетка. А, не, монетка.
Asher sent me this coin. Do you
Бабушка.
remember him?
Бери.
What a strange place, Essos.
Ну и чё ты не взяла? Прикольно. Братик. Письмецо.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Брошка, что ли? Да, брошка.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Марджери?
It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Она ничего, кстати. А сейчас ворон их лицо прилетит.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today. Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Что-то она приунывшая, мальца я наблюдаю. В Королевской гавани не жизнь, а малина же. Ну ладно, хорошо. Не хочешь смотреть, так не могла не подходить бы. Дура, тупая. Что она сдохла. Ну чё, где письмо-то? В тазике, что? А, вот оно. Хоп, она распечатана.
Me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ну, а что, узнал, что ли, про бать? Погнали. Фига она быстро.
One moment.
Сирион. А, нет.
Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Что такое грязный-то?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Будем добренькой. Чё за бомж? А, убираться приперся. Пустой воздух класса. Клёво. А нет.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, my lady.
Сколько ему, 9?
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, my lady.
Молодец.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong.
Ты чё?
But
Охерел? Ты нормальный вообще?
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Почему все в этой игре похожи лицами?
Cersei?
Cersei. Красотка. Надеюсь, что она будет такая же классная, как в сериале.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any...
Прощаю. Теперь свали отсюда, немытый бомж.
Most people don't tend to notice,
Ты недостойно находиться в моих покоях. С моим тазиком. С моим окном. Со мной.
Good night, my lady.
Давай, давай, чеши. Няша!
Lady Marjorie.
Привет.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Почему у нее грудь не так открыта, как в сериале? Ну ладно, ладно, хорошо. Сойдет.
From the day you
На
arrived in
троечку.
Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
А, не, нормально,
And you
нормально.
know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
Хопа, давай.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can
черный
say,
сериал.
especially here in
Меня
King's Landing
бесило
now
всегда.
that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at
Бедный
a
Роб.
time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal
Опа,
suite.
плащи стражи. Здорово, пацаны.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you.
Какое красивое море. Тут картина сзади висит.
She was very pleased with herself.
Ой, музыка, что случилось?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless,
Не, конечно,
she
милая.
demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
I'll do
I cannot
as you
afford
ask,
any conflict
my
with Cersei
queen.
with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
My lady, ну ладно,
I
ладно.
knew I could trust
Пока
you.
не Queen. Ой, простите.
Tell her what she wants to hear.
Да, мы увидим трон. Мы
See if the
увидим
Queen
трон.
Regent is ready to receive us.
Королева Регент. Cersei Ланнистер. Трон. Тирион. Фетиш. О, Господи, экстаз. Фига она мощно раз дверь открыла. Кстати, залета... Ты куда развернулась-то? Зал в
You'll be
другой
fine.
стороне.
I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Давай, Cersei сложный персонаж. А вон там кусочек трона.
Good luck.
Чё так жать какой-то монстр двухметровый? Всего лишь няшная Cersei. Своим менее няшным сыночком. И карликом, братом. И братом-красавцем без руки. Ой. Тирион, трон, Cersei! Все в одном флаконе, как я ожидал.
You can do this.
Вот Telltale'ом Лойс только за трон. Вот прорисовка мне откровенно не особо понравилась. Ну вот колонны вроде ничего. Да и окна. Ну хлебальники их, они вообще какие-то не такие.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you
Привет.
looking lovely this evening?
Может, со шрамом?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission,
Allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Привет. Меня Мира звать. Bow your
I am
head.
honored, Your Grace.
Опа.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Как обычно.
I beg your pardon, Your Grace. I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Что-то тут бурзовато.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
Быстро.
He's not here, is he?
To one true
She
king.
is.
Вот так вот.
Yes, Your Grace.
Не так и не
To the
так.
one true king.
Нейтрально будем вести.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which.
Опа.
The girl is
Тирём
clever.
прознал.
She only meant... I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Да чё ты?
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Вот так вот.
Noble? Perhaps once. For a northern house. But now they're merely dead. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Да сама ты, Русе Болтон.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
Вот так вот.
He
Нейтрально,
is.
нейтрально.
And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Мастер от монеты и королева Реген. Да пошла ты, хуйня ты, не королева Реген. Как бы няшно ты ни была. Тирён прикольный.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of iron.
С инкесом пищётся, как
I'm
обычно.
told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our
Мэнджао.
talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told.
И чё?
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
Да.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what.
Давай,
Yes,
ладно,
Your Grace.
полижь меня
I
немного.
would do anything.
Ой, что-то серьезно сейчас загадает.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought
Бухает,
beside the
как
Starks,
обычно,
wielding
ничего
a
не изменилось в
battle-axe of the
сериале.
Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Она же там с
Can we
Ренли.
fault
Я
her
забыл.
for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Ты чё? I'm sure she regrets. I won't judge. Вот
I
так.
won't judge her, Your Grace. I
Нейтрально,
wasn't
нейтрально.
there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't
Оп,
you a
переговорщик,
delightful
переговорщик.
girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Блин, я очкую
Loyalty can be
теперь.
such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Вот так, честно зато. Зато
Clearly
честно.
your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Да чё ты? Ты чё,
She's
Тирион?
headstrong, isn't she?
Она хорошая.
Surprising, I suppose, for a northern
У вас же
girl,
тёрки с сестрой должны
but
быть,
not very encouraging
а не с
either.
ней.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Нормас ещё.
I'll walk you out.
Прикольная рисовка, господи.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once at the tourney at Lannisport.
Cool story про то, как он с пати общался. Знаете, со Старком старшим он тоже общался, и чё? И вот в могилу свел, ну не это конкретно, ну ладно. Вот так, вот это вот трон.
The Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them. You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences.
Да, это
She takes
видно.
great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them.
Ты карапуз.
We must find our
На
amusement where we
высокая
can.
телка.
She threatened to give your
Ты,
ironwood
наверное,
to another
мужского
house.
пола, она
It is the
женская.
master of coin who decides such matters.
Я могу продолжать
The
очень
crown
долго.
needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
Да.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me
Спецом выше нее
might
стал,
prove
да?
rather dangerous for you.
Ладно, я заканчиваю троллить, слишком заезженная тема.
Are you willing to risk that? It may be far
Да,
too
все,
dangerous.
поехали,
It's
все.
a risk I'm willing to take,
Все.
Tyrion.
Начинается
You
мокруха.
are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Антипод
Now, if you'll
Санс.
excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner.
Опа, Санс тут
Three
есть.
beautiful bottles of Dornish wine
Все,
await
давай.
my arrival.
Чеши
Good night,
отсюда.
Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Вот именно. Карапуз прав. Ну все, тут скучно, дайте мне поиграть за какой-нибудь бомжа. А Сквайр, например, неинтересно, что с его ногой и мечом.
Mira, I was worried.
Чем ты варит, ты черная?
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little
Ну
intimidating.
так себе,
It
нормас.
went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Хопа, Берин.
I'm
Здорово.
told he has a paramour.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king...
Девчонка любит помечтать. Если это слуга, как-то борзовато. А, она слуга этой Марджери,
He
наверное.
does have a
как я.
certain look about him.
Нет.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Вот так, вот так вот.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Ага.
I might even allow you to be my
Видели мы,
handmaiden.
какую силу Санса имела. Пиздили ее постоянно, отбирали одежду.
See, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match!
Нормально, Бриенна Тарт нормально. И Тирион
What are you
нормальный.
doing?
Если они поженятся, будет просто прекрасно. Опа! Королева пришла. Настоящая королева.
Well, Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I.
Сара.
We shouldn't have been messing about.
Да ладно тебе, она добренькая. Ты же добренькая, ты же
This
няш.
is
Not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira.
Насрать не на нее, главное, что армия отправила.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes.
Да, это жиза.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Мяу.
Do you agree?
Да, ты чё? Без вариантов.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
Опа,
you learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Нассать.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind.
А у Марджери грудь больше. Все, мы должны защитить семью. Протекцию.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Да. Черная рабыня.
I trust her.
Ой, зря она все спалит, стопудово.
Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you.
Да чё ты, просто помощь запросить.
It's about my family.
Все норм, все норм.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
Да-да-да.
I know, my lady.
Ну, да насрать, все силы бросьте к этим.
But my mother has left me no choice.
Красавца.
She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Пожалуйста.
Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
Ну давай, Марджи, ну не ломайся ты, ну чё ты?
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Да не ломайся, ты не найдет никто. Вот так дерзко.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Да давай. Yes, окей, все.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family.
Поцелуйся с ней. Да чё ты, ну давай. А у Марджери грудь больше. Хи-хи-хи. Ладно, все. Красивейшая. Ну ты, конечно, за кого-то другого. Опа! Здорово. Снова за тебя. Меч вернул. Ну ты дебил, что, все профукал опять? Инвалид. Ой. Орки в лесу. Отлично, просрал лошадь. Какой же ты неудачник. Просрал меч, просрал семью, просрал лошадь, просрал лорда, просрал кусок ноги. Ну, вы поняли меня. Выйдешь Рамси Болтон, Рамси Сноу, просрёшь жизнь. А вот и Рамси Сноу, здорово. Чё, это... Это этот, как самого? Это петушок. Как его звать? Ты Тирон, что ли? Блин, я забыл, сори. Давно серию чуть не смотрел. Ну и чё ты?
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed flayed man holds
Долго будут
none.
слушать.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Опа.
How much further is it
Опа.
to these foresters?
А, это Форестеров.
A day, my lord. Two at most.
Ты он, вот, ты он, Грейджой, о.
My lord?
Listen.
Спалил что-то. Тут жирноватый мальца. Ой, ой, лол. Чувствуешь, что ли, собака? Собака.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Мы смелые. Мы смелые. Stay still. Если раним, нас пострелят. Stay still, сказал. Только бы нас не пытали. Stay still. Опа.
We've wasted enough time already.
Рамси опасный тут, я смотрю. Сейчас Теончика глянем, как он там. Ну или кто он там, не Теон у нас. Я уверен, что Рамси хитранул, что мы подошли к нему. Сейчас заорет на весь лес. А, они ему кожу содрали. Символ дома Болтонов. Ободранный человеческий. Ну, с кожи содрали с человека и подвесили как тормашки. Симпатично, кстати.
Lord Ethan.
Блин, что я так за этого петуха мало поиграл?
You are young, and there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Опа, ща будем судить пацана.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Не, рубить его будем. И это сделаю я.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Ты чё воруешь? За Ростов в Турции до сих пор руки отрубают. А ему мы тебя отрубим.
We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Так, борзо, борзо.
You stole from us. I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee.
Я должен его
It's not
казнить.
stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. I've a family to feed. They're not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Да хорош пинать.
Lord Ethan,
Главное,
I
чтобы
know
народ
these
меня
words are
любил.
hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Calm yourself. The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, You must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Но ребенок не должен такое решать. Почему такие извращенные понятия в «Игре престолов»-то? Не, мы его на вол отправим, скорее всего. Пусть пацан прохлаждается там. Ну резать его башку за то, что он... Ну не знаю, я думаю. Ненавижу такое решать.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Ты чё ты?
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord. My family, without me, they'll die.
Ты на watch отправляешься, для тебя еще милосердие, мудила. Воровать не надо, ага. Кстати, на грядущей неделе, то бишь на этой... Нет, не на грядущей, на этой, я буду играть вора. Да, да, но сейчас не об этом.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
But Maester, that is what the small council is for.
My lord, you of all people should know that too many voices muddy the message. That is why there is one lord above all. And so there must be one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice of Sentinel.
Типа на... Типа на руку.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Цепи давай. На лапу. Ну клево смотрится. Чё сейчас бы не надеть? Опять это бородатый. Может хоть пацану меч отдадут-то, ну. Там, не знаю, во втором эпизоде, когда он, может быть, подрастет. Посмотрим на еду. Это действительно нужно.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
Eric said people were going to starve. Why can't we feed them?
The war has taken its toll. Even our own stores for the house are dwindling. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight.
Да, ситуация тяжелая, кстати.
In the past, we demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice, but it's what has to be done. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Не буду я говорить с Малкольмом, Сиром Ройландом. Понимаю, с ними надо трещать, пока Рамси не приберется.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
Опа, узнаем мушку из этого, из The Walking Dead.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, All wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so...
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sensible.
Ну чё, драки когда?
But now's the time for action.
Ну, конечно, на драму все повешено, но дракам нельзя так мало места уделять. Игра престолов состоит из них. Ну, почти. Да, драм, конечно, больше. Ну, все, извините. Все, на волю. Господи. И чё мне теперь? Карапуз. Здорово.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
Я промолчу. Прости, пацан. Затрудняюсь ответить.
Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man.
Ну, сорян. Надо было.
Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them.
No,
it doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse.
Сколько еще трепаться будешь?
No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Так. Что еще пройдем? Го в замок. А не, или нельзя в замок? Tower Enter.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan.
Здоровье.
Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yeah.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Все. Чуть-чуть масштабным будет.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you.
Choice was
there was
clear.
one man who stood above all others.
Да, я
Many
выберу
thought
этого.
either of you would make
Со
a fine
шрамом,
sentinel,
он неплохо, мне нравится.
but I have made my decision.
Я слишком мягкий, вот этот как раз вот твердая рука, но наш твердый. Что, мамки нельзя?
Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Вот так, все.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies.
Дункан он очковал просто, поэтому я его выбрал. Don't panic, don't
panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle.
Моя правая
You're
рука.
not the sentinel.
Вот
I
вот
knew
так
this
вот
would happen.
показываем.
He cannot be trusted.
Let Duncan speak. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Я лорд, я тут
I'm sorry, Lord Ethan. You have chosen your sentinel. You should hear from him first.
Ну ладно,
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please.
Мы должны сражаться. Ясно вам?
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the crown to intervene on our behalf.
Сейчас нам приедет армия. Мы дадим Рамсе смачный пиночек под
I
зад.
trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
There must be other options.
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Да, вот так.
My sentinel is skilled in the ways of war. Our forces may not be at full strength, but our men are willing to take on this fight. I think Ramsay Snow will see that too.
They may be willing, but are they able, my lord?
Нормас.
Casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Вот так. За отца.
Let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
Чё, в Бресте тоже все сдались, когда на них нацисты налетели? Нет, они дрались из последних сил. Да, и мы будем. Мы же русские. А Рамси снова ссаный украинец. Ну, ой, простите, ребята, если сделал ваши чувства. Не стоило мне этого говорить. Сейчас стыкаюсь.
I will meet him at the gate.
Вот так.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Конечно. Куда его запускать?
It's a foolish plan.
Да успокойся ты, бородатый.
Lord Ethan has spoken. Obey his command.
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen
Давай,
to
вали
this.
тогда.
Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Not another word.
I'd hoped for better from you, my lord.
Блядь, что ты заладил-то, а? Ну...
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate.
Они все боятся решительных вещей, а я нет. Я готов драться.
I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Надо было на перу его отравить. Ну
There will
ладно.
always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him
Asher
back?
сдох.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it.
Ну тащим его
He always
сюда.
protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
Asher is dangerous and unpredictable. His presence could help or hurt.
Да нормально, Ашер. Ну, чуть dangerous, ну тащим сюда, вот почему он dangerous. Чё я, хитрый, да? Ну вот.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Да, он слишком опасно.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Всё. Ништяк.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that
длинноватый эпизодик.
You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Мечом. Шестереночки. Нет, только не за эту бомжиху. Ну, она сама скучная. Ключик. Пикап. Хоп. Воруем, пацаны. Так и надо. Какая же она классная, господи. Чё?
Marjorie?
Хопа.
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Thank you, Sarah. But I have to do this myself.
If you feel that way. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Хоп, здорово. Ну чё-то приуныло-то, а? Всё хорошо.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Давай. Чеши отсюда, рабыня ебаная. Ну?
What did King Joffrey say, my lady?
Всё плохо. Судя по её труханному выражению лица, всё очень плохо.
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Вот.
I'll need this mended.
Gods.
Что так на грудь
He
её
said I
камера
was too
перевелась.
easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help.
Ну отлично, армия одних не дает. Ништяк.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
Господи, что такие же полизы.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Джоффри, как обычно, в своей красе. Петушок. Золотой гребешок. Ланнистер сан. Послушал бомж.
Begging your pardon, my lady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
Пошел отсюда.
Sorry, I can't talk now.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disturb you. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can I trust you? There are spies everywhere in King's Landing.
Which is why you must trust me, my lady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven to be useful to you.
Что ты предлагаешь? Стадо крыс туда Ой, стадо. Сейчас. Группу крыс туда послать. В дом Форестеров. Умный самый курнос. Чё ты... Буш немытый. Еще не от ДЦП. Куда ты побежал, ты петушок? У меня платье, чтобы с тобой бежать. Я красивая. Ты нет. Как бы шевелюрку себя отрастила, я не знаю. А ну да, точно. Бомжам что нельзя. Фу, ну то есть не бомжам, а эти прислуга. Ну дайте мне за Сквайр поиграть, это самый интересный пока. Ну, петушок тоже интересен мне, но сами понимаете. Один пиздеж только от него.
And without King's Landing, I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
The gods haven't favored us, have they?
My lord, remember our words.
The iron from ice.
From that which seems hopeless comes strength.
Bolton men approaching, my lord.
Все, экшен. Погнали. И жиробась.
Something wrong with your gate?
Да я открою я тебе еще бородач. Башка у тебя слишком огромная, петух. Че озлобленный такой пес? Ладно, все, хватит.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now
Все,
let
ворота
me in.
поднимать будут. Нет, стой там.
This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
You're welcome inside, but your men are not.
Did you hear that, men? The lord of the house says, fuck off. I think he's afraid of you. Wait here. For now.
Смело, пацан. Ой, жиробас прошел.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
Нет, я не успел, я промолчал. О, как же красиво. Дерзковато. Рисковато. Все по рамсе.
Bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Забираемся просто в хлебосос в арбалетом зарядить, и дела с концом. А что там, человек 5 к ним всем пришли. Че очкует? А, ну точно, придет его батька, Росе.
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Че, пошли, блин. Хопана, а вот и терки.
Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay,
Come out where I can see you.
Да давай, выходи, не зарежет он тебя.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton.
Поклонись, чё? Охерел?
Words are women.
Я
Anyone can say.
Я смелый.
I only kneel to the king.
Is not the warden also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father. Perhaps that is what you meant to say.
See? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Да чё ты...
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you?
Не знаю.
Reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a Forrester.
Да успокойся.
They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army.
И чё? У вас таких много, а семья у него одна. Петух ты небритый. Прости, раньше не хотел. Только не режь меня.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? Чё? Ты вообще
Whitehills are
нормальный?
nothing more than up-jump thieves.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before.
Бомж.
To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more
Вот именно.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Ясно. Кто их пустил? Да шут его знает. Приперлись пацаны, накаляются.
My son, Griff.
Гриф.
Will lead the garrison.
Ну,
Seven hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Don't touch my brother.
Lord Ramsay,
Don't touch my brother.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
Элдер, правильно. Мудак.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
Он сечет. Тихо, 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 тихо.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Leave my sister alone.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
Приказываешь? Смельчачок.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
Ой, лол.
What have you done?
Ой.
But I don't want a brave lord. Far too much trouble.
My lord!
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually. I think we've come to an understanding.
Вот это Telltale показали.
However,
Мартин постарался.
Take the boy. Kill him if they give you any
trouble.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the maester quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama! Stop! Don't let him take me!
You will not take him!
Don't please!
Ryan, please!
No!
Ryan! Do something!
Слышь, макового молока мне принеси, он что-то приуныл, мальца. Чё-то я рисковато выбор делал. Ой. Ладно. Спасибо вам. Мне кажется, что это конец. Очень приличный конец. Я обязательно переиграю, посмотрю, что можно сделать по-другому.
He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not
Ой, извините за мою резкую реакцию.
Until Ryan is home again.
Покажите ее, покажите Дейенерис. Черт, ладно.
We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Что ж, это был очень весьма... Ну, вы видите мои выборы. Я часто очень выбираю меньше процента основного. Спасибо вам, что смотрели данную часть прекрасного сезона, который будет в будущем. Как только будет выходить эпизод, я буду его сразу снимать. Да, к сожалению, 2 часа это весьма долго, но надеюсь, все досмотрят до конца, потому что это того стоит, сами видели. Я обязательно переиграю, посмотрю, какой выбор можно еще сделать. Может ли выжить маленький карапуз. Ну, этот, за которого я играл. Ну, петушок, который. Спасибо, подписывайтесь, ставите лайки. Ставьте лайки за мое соло в начале про игру. Ну, вы поняли. Ладно, ладно. Ну и спокойной ночи.